Hi everyone, thanks for taking the time to check out the channel. Listen, photosynthesis, I've mentioned it before, but now I'm mentioning it again, okay? I've been researching about the effects of blue lights and red lights on the rate of plant photosynthesis. In hypotheses, um, many think the light absorption by the plant and the energy level of different wavelengths of light are positively correlated to the rate of photosynthesis. Now that is interesting because on the surface of the moon we see many lights that look like different wavelengths lights, but we're seeing it white. So those white spots, white lights that we see everywhere that is claimed to be ejecta ray systems is possibly this blue photosynthetic light. This is a theory, a hypothesis of mine. That's it. But I don't rule anything out. And listen, what is photosynthesis? If you want to know what photosynthesis is, it's a process used by plants and other organisms to convert light energy into chemical energy that can later be released to fuel the organism's activities. Energy transformation, look that up. Photosynthesis energy transformation. This chemical energy is stored in carbohydrate molecules, such as sugars, which are synthesized from carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis is largely responsible for producing and maintaining the oxygen content of the Earth's atmosphere and supplies all, I repeat, all of the organic compounds and most of the energy, of course, necessary for life here on Earth. Photosynthesis performed, the process always begins, no matter what plant and or species of plants. The process always begins with when energy from light is absorbed by proteins. It's called reaction centers. They contain green chlorophyll, pigments in plants. These proteins are held inside organelles called chloroplasts, which are most abundant in leaf cells. This is why we see leaves green, the chlorophyll. While in bacteria, they are embedded in the plasma membrane. Sometimes some people know things like why I think the cure for cancer will be through light and sound. Light and sound. What is light and sound? I'll tell you what, it's how the universe was created. It's how it's going to go out. It's how we can heal it. It's a source. Light is a source. Light has many wavelengths. But getting back to photosynthesis, like I was saying, plants convert energy from sunlight into chemical energy, okay, during the process. We eat those plants, the animals eat the plants, and thus the photosynthesis is the primary source of energy for all life on Earth. But the photosynthetic activity of various regions is changing. This is the problem due to human interaction with the environment. Basically, we're polluting and killing it, killing the photosynthetic process, including climate change, by the way, which makes large-scale studies of photosynthetic activity of interest, and NASA is studying photosynthesis. New research from a team, including Carnegie's Joe Barry, reveals a fundamentally new approach for measuring photosynthetic activity as it occurs around the planet. And if you were interested, it was published this week by Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Now, guys, the work is based on a breakthrough in the capacity to use satellite technology to measure light that is emitted by plant leaves as byproduct of photosynthesis. This light is called fluorescence. It is produced when the sunlight excites the photosynthetic pigment chlorophyll. The method offers a direct measurement of activity occurring as the satellite passes overhead. Other approaches to detecting photosynthetic activity on a large scale are less direct. So until now, models have been the primary tool for estimating photosynthetic productivity on a planetary scale. The accuracy of these models have been difficult to evaluate. We're in theoretical analysis of everything. Science is theory. I always say that. But theory's okay. Theory's good. Theory brings ideals and it brings um, experience in the science field. But yeah, science is theoretical. We find out time and time after time and time again. I mean, every bomb, an atomic bomb, was based on Einstein's theories, and he was wrong. It's not his fault that he was wrong. He wasn't wrong with everything. When we say he was wrong, I mean, poor guy. This guy was a genius, okay? But he remains stuck on Isaac Newton's theories. But that's another story altogether again, once again. So, yeah, on a large scale, this is how they detect photosynthesis. And on the moon, if they were to create that, well, how could photosynthesis interact in outer space? Well, it's been talked about, it's been studied, and I believe it's a possibility and or on the moon that possibly they have tried this before, whether it be us that tried it or another species that tried it. If they're able to see with the satellites photosynthesis, I'll tell you one thing: they know right now, and they knew way back then. And if the moon had an atmosphere, yes or no, they knew it. They know it. Absolutely know it. But it's a handful of people that know it, and only a handful of people study that and have access to the tools to study that. So again, don't take everything for 100% what I say. This is theoretical, and I'm not changing my ideas of what I think is on the surface. I don't rule nothing out. We have to look at every possible thing. So could these tunnels be water that's being transported from area to area of these plants? Oh, grow up, guys. Think of it. Plants on the surface being grown, gardens inside greenhouses with this photosynthesis being produced, minerals being mined. I mean, this is producing the land. Like what we did here on Earth possibly was and is being done on the surface of the moon, ever so close to us without us even knowing. Why? Because no one's looking for this until now because it was just hidden. It remained a secret. Oh, for Pete's sake, do you think aliens are coming to Earth, seeing the pavement and parking lots, thinking it's ejecta? Come on. There are surfaces, platformed surfaces, bridges, structures, paths, tunnels, pipes. Everything we have here on Earth, we are finding and seeing on the surface of the moon. Everything is down there. Here's a tunnel structure on the bottom left coming up. It doesn't end. You know how long this is? This is not far from 600 kilometers in diameter. It's incredible. I compared it with a ray system, 600 kilometers from another crater. It would have been so believable about the lava flow, what NASA said, if they weren't leaving these structures. And again, some people listened to my video yesterday and or just read the title and started commenting about the video saying I was wrong about the lava flow. When in reality, I myself was saying that the lava flow, I didn't believe it. But this is superficial. And what the hell does it change what somebody thinks? Me, it just makes me laugh because I know that I love debating, first of all, and no one's going to, not 7 billion people are going to agree with me. I don't give a crap about that. I just want to prove that something's down there. Geometrical shapes like we're seeing right now. I know they're down there. Theories. We need theories to come up with some truth and reality. What is reality, first of all? What is truth? Have we ever seen any? Using common sense, be able to find out what goes on there up there on the moon. Look at what we're looking at. This is a manipulated surface, but how was it done? It's not hard. It was done with a product that they made, whether it be a natural product, whether they fusion something, they molten rock, or, I mean, for Pete's sake. If they're advanced guys, we're sitting here wondering, what could they have done? They're advanced. We're not going to know how they did this. It's a real joke. Look at these lines leaving the craters there. That ain't ejecta. That's a load of bull crap talking about ejecta on the surface.